that the government was right. What they say happened actually happened. There's no funny stuff. I feel I need to set these they call themselves truthers. I got to set them right. They need to go somewhere else and find truth because they're spreading lies.
So the day in its entirety is something of not only shrouded in mystery, but we know many things that did happen. So we know those buildings went down. We know people went missing. What we are unsure of, and what the whole purpose of our investigation is exactly who, why, and with what purpose.
I'm not a scientist, but I mean, neither are they. They're going off false numbers. Anybody's calling themselves a doctor on the internet now. I just can't trust their numbers. I'm going to stick to the report. The scientists that were okayed by the U.S. government, I'm going to have to believe what they say.
And when you have a governing body investigating on their own soil, you kind of have to ask why, and then you have to ask what if.
They say that somebody sent a rocket to hit the Pentagon. I don't know what government you're talking about, but our rockets are great. If we wanted to destroy the Pentagon with a rocket, we would have succeeded. We wouldn't have left a hole. Like, barely any damage was done. They didn't even get to the third layer. If we wanted that gone, it would be gone.
You've seen the pictures, if you've seen the footage. Pentagons don't do that. Pentagons don't do anything to a plane. Whatever hit that building was substantial. Not only did it scar the lives of these people that were made to believe it was a plane, but things were buried on that front lawn.
Only lie if you're afraid of being in trouble. If you're the greatest force on the planet, you have no fear of anyone. There's no reason to lie. Let's say they did do it, and then it comes out that they did it. Who's powerful enough to do something about it? Which is why they have no reason to lie. If they did it, I believe they'd come out and say it, because that only shows how much stronger they actually are.
People go missing every day. There's TV shows about it. There's books written about it. So one of the things that you have to consider is the world's a big place. The U.S. is a big place. The U.S. government is a big thing in a big place. There's a lot of things that could happen. There's a lot of places you can go. I haven't seen them all.
I tell them academics who think there's errors, you're not showing any proof. Anybody can say anything. Spell it out. It's like in 5th grade when I did my math homework, it wasn't enough to just have the answer. You must show your work. Without showing your work, we can't verify it. We don't know what you're saying is correct. You can't just make false claims. Anything you read in that report, there's at least 2 different sources that will back that up.
Jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
My good friend Jesse Ventura, he does a show. He explained all of this. There's a thing called thermite paint. We could have used that. But that's not what we did. We would not have flown airplanes into the building. Our government's better than that. Highest technology on the planet. Nobody can beat us.
These people have connections. They have intelligent operators. They have organization across the globe, across the sea, across state lines even. So to dismiss the fact that they are incapable of infiltrating any and every structure on the planet is just naive.
Oh, we would have had to have started planning that back in 1961. Like, the government, come on. That's not how our government operates. You think we're full of secret agencies that do things upon their own that no one else knows about? Come on. Who operates like that? There's nothing but the utmost reason to trust your government. There's complete transparency whenever possible. There's CIA reports everywhere that you can go read.
looking at it from the woodchuck analysis, all we can say is that it was tragic. We don't know at what great lengths these errors in programming with the autopilots or the autopilots programming the errors with the planes, the instruments were bad. And those people were sad.
Even a simple woodchuck that chucked wood would realize this report is the truth. It's plain and simple. I mean, anybody who doesn't believe that is probably ready to vote for Bernie Sanders.
So it's a constant battle between not only the government scrubbing these things, if they are, but also these particular anti-government groups de-scrubbing things. So when you de-scrub the scrubbed media, you often end up with things that resemble memes, and people don't take them seriously.
I read 6 pages of somebody else's website, and there was nothing on there that proved anything else than what I've ever heard about 9/11. 6 pages of a website. No proof the government did anything.
Somebody did it. Somebody's going to do it. The question is, why?